Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Oh, welcome back. We are on the path to transformation, changing your life and meeting the goals in your life. And if you're finding that you're not getting there, it's probably a reason for it. We're going to dig into some of those reasons today. I'm going to start. I'm going to start today by saying one thing that uh, people can be not truthful in your life, but there
Woohoo!
is the truth. Um, One thing that doesn't lie is your body.
Absolutely.
And if you can tap into your body and ask certain questions to get answers as to what your body needs, that's where the path to transformation takes place.
Yes.
This is called Body Talk. And we're going to learn about the Body Talk practice, this modality. It's amazing. She is our professional of the year. She's an energy healer. And that's just one of the things, Body Talk practitioner. Under her umbrella of energy healing, Dr. Jacquilen joins us today. How are you doing?
I am fantabulous. I'm wonderful. And how are you?
Really, really good. I always love getting together with you, learn a lot.
Oh, thank you.
You know, some
You
of the things that
too.
I've pondered and wondered about or heard about, you validated last time we got together. We're going to dig deeper into Body Talk today. Time for the disclaimer, just basic stuff here, and that is the Body Talk session provided by our certified Body Talk practitioner is intended to enhance relaxation, increase communication within the areas of the body, and to educate to possibly energetic or emotional blocks that may create pain and disease. Body Talk is non-invasive, safe, and objective, utilizing the body's own innate intelligence to reestablish communication within itself. Remember, I said it doesn't lie. Body Talk is not a substitute for medical treatment or medications, and the Body Talk practitioner does not diagnose illness or disease, nor does the practitioner prescribe medications. And I'm glad I said that last part because we don't want you to take medications. That's the whole part of this. You can heal your body without meds using this modality called Body Talk. So,
Yes.
before we get into how this whole thing works, how do you define Body Talk?
Great question. Body Talk is an energy and consciousness-based system that seeks to address the whole person, not just symptoms. So it's addressing the whole person, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, environmental, and rather than focusing on symptoms, it really works to focus on what's causing the challenges and assisting the body in doing what it knows how to do, and that's knowing how to heal.
When we say heal, what are we referring to? And again, there's lots of latitude here.
Yeah.
Just kind of an example, maybe.
Heal is more like reaching a state of homeostasis and balance,
Hmm.
and not just making symptoms go away. Because, there are things that will help symptoms to go away, but it's a matter of helping the body obtain and maintain homeostasis, balance, so that it can continue to help us to live. Because we're exposed to things all the time, and many times we don't know the effects that these things may have in our environment or our emotions or relationships, whatever the case may be. And it's a matter of helping the body to do what it knows how to do, and so that we can go on and live life. And symptoms are the body's way of saying, hey, I need some help. Pay attention here. I need some help. Can you help me? And the body talk system is designed to go underneath to find out what's causing those, and then assist the body in doing what it knows how to do.
Would you say in a perfect world, if
Hmm.
your body had everything it needed and things were in balance, what do I mean by that? You're emotionally okay. You have great relationships. You're eating the right kind of food. You're intentional about that. You're getting enough sleep. You're getting enough exercise. You have some spirituality. All of those things are in a nice little blend there, and that is wrapped up in a bow, and bam, that's your life. Would you say you've nailed it? Now you are healthy and things, your body probably minimizes any kind of illness and or disease, especially over a period of time of being in that perfect balance. Would you say that that's what we want? That's what we need.
Yes, but not just to have those things and that's it. Because we are here, all of us are here on this earth plane for a purpose and a reason. And it's a matter of having those attributes of life that you just described allow us to move forward so that we can fulfill the mission and the purpose for why we are here. And maybe it might be missions, plural, and not just singular, but missions as to why we're here on this earth plane.
Thanks for bringing that up because it was my assumption that if all those things are in place, then you are living your purpose because now you feel fulfilled. There's nothing missing. Everything's in balance. So let's look at this another way. All those things, you're sleeping right, you're eating right, relationships are good, you're feeling good, all of that. But you go to work every day and it's like, can't wait to get out of here. I'm spending 8 hours and just it is what it is. Everything's great in my life, but that is not one of them. Um, you're not the whole person you should or need to be. So finding your life purpose, that's it's a tough one, but having that out there to
Yes.
be on your radar. All right, body talk.
But let me just follow up on that.
Sure.
There's also the understanding that there are certain things outside of us that we have no control over, but yet we still need to interact with. So it's a matter of us finding different ways to make the adjustments to balance so that we can handle and follow through and work with those aspects of life that we have absolutely no control over.
Hmm. But I would imagine once you have that right balance in life and you've used, let's say, a modality like body talk to figure it all out, you're able to navigate it easier.
Yes, 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 yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, because you have a different understanding, and it's not just a cerebral understanding. There's the balance between the head, the heart, and the gut, and those having the balance so that you are able to handle whatever comes your way. Because there's going to be stuff that comes your way,
Yeah.
but you can but you can handle it. You may not like it. You know, that human part of us that says, oh, I don't want to. I mean, it's human nature, but
Yeah.
we can still do it though.
Well, in my journey, I've learned that once you go through certain things, the next thing that comes along, the one after that, the one after that, and on and on and on, it's easier. It's easier to handle. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not even talking about the same kinds of things you're handling. I'm just talking about your resilience, your faith that it doesn't rock your world as much every time something comes up when you're in
Oh
better
my
balance.
goodness. You know what? That is absolutely right. And let me just share a little personal thing. One of the things that I know in this incarnation, in this life, that I am going through is learning to master, not what it is, but to master patience.
Mm,
So I am continually presented with situations, experiences, people, whatever you want to call it, that gives me the opportunity to master patience in a different way, and then a different way, and then a different way, and then taking it up to another level, and then that way, and so forth and so on.
Mm. So body talk, let's dig into that. And how does that help get us to where we need to be?
Okay, alrighty. One of the keys that I enjoy about body talk is because of the fact that I'm not diagnosing. I like that piece. What I use to help go through to ask the body what it needs is a chart. And that chart has different components, whether it's physical, where the person may need to make adjustments in their eating habits, or whether it's emotional, whether the person needs to release certain emotions or enhance others, whether it is environmental in terms of making adjustments or changes in their living environment, their working environment, whatever is needed. And I give the body and the person the energetic balancing tools so that they can go out and do what they need to do for that particular time. And then at another point in time, things may, as I was sharing with you about my going to my level, different level of patience, there might be other things that will come up that the person will need to address. And it's just helping their body to make the adjustments so that they are able to address it, not get in their head and say, oh, but to really address, to really find the balance and adjust
Mm. And this isn't just something
it.
that you're throwing out there. It's our individual bodies, i.e., body talk,
Hmm.
telling us and or you what we need. Because many times we're, kind of broken. We don't really sometimes know exactly what we need, but
Hmm.
the body does
Yes.
not lie.
Yes, yes. And when I do a session, everything is out loud. It's oral so that the person can hear. So it's not like, and then da-da. No, they hear every step. And if they want to ask questions, we can pause, ask questions, and do whatever level of clarification is needed as we go through the through a session.
Mm. What are some of the things that you identified within someone using the body talk program and some of the tools involved that somebody's body has told you and them, and it's all confidential, but I'm kind of curious what may have presented itself that helped you help them.
Great question. Great question. This seems to, what I'm about to share seems to come up most often. And it's just the nature of how and where the person needs to be. One thing is helping the body to release, excuse me, release unwanted emotions, whether those emotions are frustration, anger, it's not even a matter of identifying, it's just assisting the body to release it and let it go so that we're not holding on to it and going over in our head and over and over. It's like, just like, let it go, let it go. So that's one thing that comes up a lot. Another thing that comes up quite a bit is because the body talk system can address changes or adjustments that a person may need to make in their nutrition, their eating habits. One other thing that comes up quite a bit is the fact that they are told to eliminate certain foods such as, or and beverages, foods being gluten or animal based, or if it's a beverage, releasing, letting them know that their body does not want alcohol anymore. And it doesn't mean that their taste for it goes away. In time, it does, but right away, it may
Hmm.
not. And so the person has to keep in mind that they control what they put in their body, what they put in their mouth, and
Hmm.
that they need to make those adjustments as well.
Like, for example, you mentioned alcohol, and that's been on my radar. I love my craft beer.
Hmm.
I love to have, a couple of beers with friends, whatever. Never overdo it. No more than two, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but Surgeon General just came out and said that there should be warning labels about alcohol and cancer on bottles of alcohol. But anyway,
Uh-huh.
um, let's say you like wine, so you have maybe a couple of glasses of wine a week. Seems reasonable, but your body's not happy, and
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
may it may be manifesting in other ways, but you don't realize it. But it's really coming from the alcohol.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
using body testing, would that be able to tell you that your body is saying, yeah, you know what, I'm not good with this anymore. You back in the day when we were younger, yeah, it was fine, but as your body, I don't really like the alcohol. Can you please not, maybe one glass, and that's it. Would it tell you? Would it give you the info?
It would tell through through a session that the body does not like, it's having a difficult time processing and digesting
Hmm.
alcohol. And one thing, because of how we are, especially in this country culture, I try to find different leeways when that comes up. Is it all alcohol altogether? Can the person have wine? Can they have it like once or twice a week, like you mentioned? Can they have a wine spritzer? If it's a celebration,
Hmm.
can they have champagne? And so I asked the person's body, um, those questions to see if there is any leeway in terms of how they should or shouldn't make the adjustments in consuming alcohol.
And we're just
Whether
talking
it's
about
beer,
right, right.
I'm sorry, whether it's beer, whether they can have, or whether it's a mixed drink, whatever it is. So I ask those questions.
And once again, that gets us back to the fundamentals of body talk. Your body doesn't lie. It's going to say uh, what the answer is.
Uh-huh.
And we're just focusing on, let's say, nutrition at this moment, things you put in your
Yes.
body. Body talk will give you answers about your emotions, about even maybe some traumas, all that kind of stuff, right?
It will give you it will it will let you know that it's releasing unwanted emotions, and it doesn't identify that it's this unless it's needed. But also, if there are beneficial emotions underneath, such as joy or love or whatever, that will also present itself in to let the person know that the body is releasing unwanted emotions that's covering up the imbalance, or the covering up the joy and the love that it wants to express. And so it's a matter of that person knowing. Now, I also ask, is there something special, especially with emotional release? Is there something special that the person needs to do to assist the body in releasing unwanted emotions? And I would say that 99% of the time, there's nothing special that the person needs to do other than it works within alignment of other things that may come up in the session, such as if there's a nutritional thing or something going on with their environment or things like that.
Hmm. And this is all on the path to helping you heal and feel better. That's why we're talking about it.
Absolutely.
I'm wondering in the future when we get together, is there a way that you could demonstrate how body talk works?
Ooh.
Like even muscle testing, even if we did that, just throwing it out there.
Yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes,
You can use me as
yes.
a test subject. I don't, you know, I don't care what my body says. I believe it. All good.
Um, yes, and because one of the topics that I wanted to focus on in the future was applied kinesiology, which is muscle testing. And, but I'm going to be honest with you. I just me personally prefer working with people in person.
Okay.
I do better with that. Um, However, some of my colleagues are able to do body talk from a distance. And that's
Okay.
just not something that I've been able to master. And I've had to accept it. But I can show you the steps, and I'll do my best if I can to try and connect energetically with you long distance and do a session to demonstrate how body talk works as well as how the applied kinesiology is a
Sure.
part of it.
Even just a little piece of being able to, because this is kind of woo woo for some, to,
Hmm.
kind of show how this works. But
Oh, yeah,
you said
yes,
something I forgot about, and that is you're connecting with somebody else's energy. And that's how you're connecting with what their body's trying to tell them. Forgot about that.
exactly.
Um, Dr. Jacqueline, how do we find you?
Okay, the best way to find me is through my website, and my website is earthlyessence.life, Life. That's the best way. Do you want me to share phone number or what?
Uh, Absolutely.
Okay, telephone number 215-360-4110. But the
Excellent.
website is really, truly the best way because that's where the information is located and the person can ask the questions. And let me also say this one last thing that I enjoy about Body Talk is that the worst that could happen in a Body Talk session is nothing. There are no side effects. So it's not going to cause something else.
Yep.
No, there's no side effects. The worst that could happen is nothing happens. And I enjoy that because it's not really causing harm. It's really designed to focus to help the body heal.
Love it. And even the beginning with a disclaimer, that's why, we said it's not a substitute for medication. Um, you can't prescribe medication is where I'm going with that as a doctor. However, um, I'll be damned. I'd rather do this and take some meds that don't get to the root, just max the symptoms. Thank you so much for today, Dr. Jacqueline. Looking forward next time we get together.
All right, sounds great. Thank you so much, Steve. You have a wonderful day. Enjoy your life. Until next time.
Absolutely. And likewise to you. And we'll
Thank
be
you.
right back.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.